Hello everyone and welcome to DJAMS. I'm Sparksy and I'm here with another Warframe review. Today we're looking at Valkyr. Now Valkyr is described as the Tormented and the Experiment. She was the sort of background of her is basically that she was forged in the labs of the Zanuka project. So she's sort of a corpus mesh with Tenno technology, which is pretty interesting, I think. So again, we're going to check out her 4 abilities, what you need to make her, and how you get hold of the parts. Now Valkyr's first ability is called Rip Line, where you basically send out a rip line, like so. You drag over an enemy and you basically bring them towards you. Now the good thing is that you can use it just to move around objects. I don't really have enough energy here, but trust me, you can move around objects. So for example, if I wanted to fly up onto that ledge up there, I can just send off a rip line, and then I can basically just fly up there. Valkyr's second ability is called War Cry, which basically lets out a massive roar. This slows enemies down and increases the speed of allies. So it's pretty much sort of like a booster technique rather than a sort of offensive ability. Valkyr's third ability is called Paralysis, where you basically paralyze enemies. On sort of low-level enemies, you can also kill them outright, which is a pretty decent technique. Now, you don't really use energy, you use shields, which is sort of good if you're very low on energy, as is the case when I do these videos on Against the Infested. Valkyr's fourth and final ability is called Hysteria. This is basically where she goes batshit crazy and just absolutely tanks everyone with basically fists. Now, during this mode, she's immune to all damage, including stasis effects, which is pretty insane, and they've sort of nerfed it up now in the fact that the ability lasts for as long as basically as much energy as you have. So you can basically, as long as you get energy, you can keep going, basically. And just nerf everyone. Okay then guys, you join me back here on the list. Now let's go through basically what you need to make Valkyr and how you get hold of the parts and should you actually make her. So, to make Valkyr, you're going to need circuits, neural sensors, polymer bundles, salvage, morphics, ferrite, rubido, and plastids, which isn't too bad, so pretty easy to get hold of. And how do you get hold of the parts? Well, you basically beat Alad V, which pretty much makes sense because in one of the trailers for Warframe, Valkyr was featured by basically being sort of auctioned off by Alad V to other members of the Corpus board. Now, should you get hold of Valkyr? Well, Valkyr has got an impressive stat with armor. She's got 600 armor, which is the highest of all the Warframes, so higher than Rhino, higher than Rhino Prime. Yep, it's awesome. The armor is awesome. I personally feel a little bit let down by her abilities. The Rip Line ability is crap half the time, because sometimes you aim at an enemy and you'll end up hitting the wall and you just go whizzing past the enemy, and it's pretty pointless. The Warcry ability can be good, as long as you basically put on a good sort of mod, for continuation, make it last longer. It helps nerf up other people's Kubros and, other people who prefer to do melee attacks. It can be pretty pointless if you're all using guns, no one's using swords. But, it does increase their speed, which is pretty decent. Paralysis is a very good ability, mainly because it doesn't really use that much energy, it just uses your shields. But I suppose that is the flip side of, if you don't kill all your enemies, or if you don't slow them down, then they basically can shoot straight at your health. But then again, the counter-argument is that Valkyr's 600 armor, basically stops most of the damage. So yeah, I use Paralysis a lot, especially when I'm using against lower level opposition, just because I like to beat up the lower level enemies. And then Hysteria, well, since they have nerfed up Hysteria and the fact that it now lasts for as long as your energy, that's pretty decent too. And it's also very good if you've got a lot of energy and you're so far under the cosh, just put that on, you're not going to take any damage and you're going to kill everyone in sight. It's pretty good. So, my overall opinion of Valkyr, she is good. I'm not sure if I'm the sort of player who uses her efficiently or effectively, but I just feel very let down by her moveset. I suppose they sort of have to balance it out because she has got 600 armor. If you gave her insane abilities, everyone would be using Valkyr and she'd just be, an absolute god amongst Warframes. Okay, and guys, I've been Sparksy. This has been the Warframe review of Valkyr. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.